Hello great people, you are welcome back to Physique Personal's channel. My name is Fola. Today we'll be learning how to make one stylish boubou with a center front slit. Let's get started. To make this dress, I'll be making use of these African prints. People call it Angelina in the market. So I'll be making use of 4 yards of it. I need about 4 yards, and you know, Ankara comes in like 40 by 46 length. It is by 46 length, and the length we'll be making use in this project is like 60 inches or thereabout. So it depends on how flow you want it to be. For this project, I'll be making use of 50. So then I'll have the 1 inch hem allowance. So what I'll be doing is that I will call it out the way the length is, and then I will be joining the remaining. You know, we are having 46 here, so to have my 60 length inches, so I will be adding 15 inches to it, you know, plus 1 inch similar. So let's go. So I'm going to fold my fabric, and one thing I want you to know about this fabric I use is that it has pattern, so I have to maintain the pattern. So in the thumbnail, the fabric that is used is a plain material. If you are using plain material, you are good to go. You are good to go with like 3 yards of by 60 length fabric. I'll be taking care of the front cut first. So, and to do that, I'm having here 26.5 inches. The fabric is on fold. You can see the fabric is on fold. I'm having 26.5 inches by 60 length. You know, I told you this Ankara fabric we are using is just like about 45 inches, and we need 60 inches as the length of our boubou. So 15 inches or thereabout will be added to the length of this fabric. So here I am having 26.5 inches on fold, so by 60 length. So that is what we are having here. And to take care of the front cut, the wideness of our neckline is going to be 3 inches. So, but the first thing we'll be doing in that front cut is that you can see that we are having slits in the front. So the first thing I'll be taking care of is to get half an inch. I will measure half an inch. That half an inch will be used as the seam allowance for that center front slit. So I'll first of all mark 0.5. I rule it down before the major measurements will be started. So I rule down half an inch in the center front. So that's the first thing you'll be doing in this boubou. So after ruling down that 0.5, you get the wideness of your neckline, which is going to be 3 inches. You mark 3 inches up here. Then the depth of your front neckline is going to depend on you. So for this project, I'll be making use of 7 inches. You are good to use 8 inches. So you want a bit of your cleavage to sew, you are good to use 8 inches. But I think I'm okay with 7 inches. So then you connect it. So on these 7 inches, you first of all connect straight on that 0.5 you have measured earlier. So from these 3 inches now, you connect to that 7 inches, just the way you see me do. Then you come to this side. You know, after this 0.5 now, we are having our 26 inches. So you come to this end, you get your armhole line. The armhole line I'll be using 11 inches as my armhole line for this project. So you mark 11 inches here. So on the shoulder line here, you step down with like 3 inches. So as your shoulder slope. So you can see that the kind of boubou we are making is a rooming one. It's very free. So Let's first of all connect this shoulder slope of 3 inches. You connect to your neckline. Then as you can see that this boubou is very roomy, what you'll be doing with the down part of this fabric is that as we are having 26 inches on fold, so you come to the down part of this fabric, you just mark something like 22 inches down here. Then I want to connect to the armhole region. So in that wise, I grab my French cuff. Just look at the way I'm going to connect it. I get my 22 inches somewhere around here as well. Then I place this cuff rule 22 inches. Then you connect from this armhole line where you come down, where you came down with 11 inches. So you just connect this way. So from there you connect straight down, so you get your 22 inches all through on this fabric. You connect it. That's the way it's going to be connected to the down part. Don't forget some inches will be added to this down part. So I'm good to cut it out now. Then I cut the neckline. You cut this way. Then this front part will be opened. I'll be joining it from this point. I'll be joining it to where I want my slit to start. So this center front will be, I'll open it. So before I open this center front, I want to join the remaining part I need to join to the down part here. So let's move to the back cut. Now to have the back cut of our boubou dress, we come to the center back. The fabric is being folded into 2 equal parts. You can see it's on fold, and I folded it by 26 inches. So unlike the front cut, where we added half an inch to the front cut, but for this back cut we have 26 inches on fold by 60 length. So we just come to the shoulder length of the center back. We get our neckline 3 inches. Then the depth, wideness 3 inches, the depth is 1.5. Get 1.5 as the depth of our neckline for the back. Then we connect it this way. Then we come to this side to get the armhole line of 11 inches as we did in the front. We get 11 inches. Then we step down with 3 inches as a shoulder slope. You can use 2 inches, you can use 3.5. For this project we are using 3 inches. Then we connect from this shoulder slope to the neckline, just this way. Then we come to this armhole line. We measure 22 inches the way we did in the front. We just mark 22 inches this way. You know, we have to get 22 inches because this kind of boubou is a rich ants boubou, so it has to be roomy. So you grab your cuff and connect. You connect from this 11 inches armhole line. You connect to that 22 inches this way. Then it is that 22 inches you get straight down. Then you connect it straight down. Mark your 22 inches. Mark it down here. 22 inches. Then you connect it with your straight ruler. You connect this. Then I cut it out. Don't forget that the remaining inches of our boubou length will be added to this length. So the next thing we will do is to get I will get the facing for this back cut, and the same thing will be done to the front cut. I will cut out the facing. So, but before I do that, let me go and join to the length. I have gone ahead to join the down part together, the down part to it, so as to give us the 60 inches length that we are working towards. So if you are using plain fabric of 60 inches length, you don't need all this space. So when we measure it now, the length of our boubou now, here we have it. We have 60 inches now, and we have the hemi allowance of half inches down there. So we are good to go now. And you can see if you open this front cut now, this is what you will be having. You can see how the front look like. We are having 1 inch at the center front here. So when we fold it, it's going to give you half. That is the half an inch that we left in the front before we started our measurement. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to go ahead and join it. I'm going to join this half an inch on this line. I will join it down to the point I want my slit to be. So the slit now depends on you. So for this project, I will be coming up like let me see, from the upper part of my boubou, I'll be measuring something like 38 inches. I will mark 38 inches. You can make yours to be 36 inches. It depends on how open you want it to be. So as I'm joining this half an inch now, I will be stopping on this 38 inches. So my opening will get to this point. So by the time I open it, the slit will be starting from this 38 inches. So let me go and do that. It is after I have done that I will cut out my facing for this front. Now I've cut out the facing. This is the facing for the back, and this is the one for the front. This is the back cut of the boubou. I will take it to the machine and stitch it with 1/4 inch and top stitch. So that is for the back. Now for the front, this is the front cut. I've gone ahead to open that center front, that half an inch, and I iron it very well and overlock it. So as it is, you are good to top stitch. You can top stitch it. You just top stitch it this way so as to lay very firm. But I don't want to top stitch this because it's not a plain fabric, so I don't want any contrary thread to be here. So, and for the slit part, here we have the slit part. I've ironed the half an inch. I will top stitch on this. As it is, I will stitch on it this way. This is where the slit stop. So I will cross over here and stitch this way. So that is for the slit part. And for the neckline of the for the front neckline, I'm going to, I'll go ahead and place my facing. I will stitch the facing on the front cut this way with 1/4 of an inch, and I will top stitch. Thereafter, I will join the shoulder line of the front and the back together before the. So after joining the shoulder, I will stitch the sleeve, I will hem the sleeve, then I will now join the side of the boubou. So let me go and do that and come and show you the outcome. Now this is it. I've gone ahead to join the front and the back neckline together. This is the back view of it. I inserted the front into the back. See how neat it looks. Everything has been overlocked. You can see the shoulder has been joined together and overlocked, and I've hemmed the sleeve. You can see it here. I overlock it and hem it. The same thing is done to this side. So the only thing it remains for us to do now is to join the side of our boubou together. You can see how roomy the boubou looks. That's what makes it to be rich Aunty boubou. And the beauty of this boubou is that it's one size fits all. Many sizes can put it on. So that's the beauty of it. So for the slit part, I just want to tell you that you are good to slit your boubou as high as you want it. You know, I used 38 inches. I measured 38 inches before my slit started. You can do yours 30, 32, 34, or 36. It depends on how open you want the slit to be. So the next thing for me to do now is to go and join the side together with 1/2 inch. Then I will overlock it, and thereafter I turn the down part, and our beautiful boubou is ready. You can see that after joining the shoulder line together, I stitch down the facing. I stitch the front facing down. I did the same thing to the back. You can as well use this hem gum to do that, but it's just that hem gum used to open later. That's why it's always good you stitch it down so as to be last. So let me go and join the side together and hem the down parts, and our boubou will be ready. And now I've gone ahead to join the side of our boubou together, and I've hemmed the down parts. So here is the end result of our rich Aunty boubou. So it will speak well when it gets to the body. I'm sure you have really enjoyed this video. If you have not subscribed, do well to subscribe today, and I'll be expecting your comments. Drop your comments on the comment section. Share this video with your friends and family, as many that will be needing this kind of style. And do not forget to subscribe once again if you have not done so. So thank you so much for watching this video.